Maybe surfers aren't addicted to waves. Maybe we addicted to the moment when only the ocean exists. We had only one day, one chance to catch the first real swell in Khao Lak and then back to Phuket. But the conditions keep getting worse. The wind turned on, the tide became too high, then a storm came in. Honestly, we almost gave up and went home. But 1 hour later, something happened that completely changed this trip. So the first swell of surf season finally arrived in Andaman Sea. And honestly, every surfer in Thailand suddenly became exciting again. After months of flat ocean, everybody started checking forecasts, messaging friends, and chasing waves again. But the weird thing about early surf season in Thailand is conditions can completely change within 1 hour. So we randomly decide to drive to Khao Lak. At first, this was only supposed to be a quick day trip. Surf a little, eat something, then drive back home. But I keep wondering, would the first swell actually worth chasing? Every time I drive to Khao Lak, I feel a completely different energy compared to Phuket. Less crowded, more peaceful, more relaxed. Even before surfing, I already feel calmer. Khao Lak is around 2 hours up north from Phuket. And during surf season, it's become the most popular surf destination in Thailand. But the interesting about surfing in Khao Lak is every surf spot reacts differently depending on tides and swell. One thing I really like surfing in Khao Lak is each surf spot feels different, and honestly, that's why checking this condition here become very fun. But the interesting part is the spot we end up surfing was actually not the spot we first expected. The main spot we surfed during this trip was Khao Lak Beach, also known as Memory Beach. This is probably one of the most famous surf spots in Khao Lak. It's mellow beach break that work very well for longboarding, beginner to intermediate surfer. And honestly, the vibe here very relaxed. This was the spot where we got the magical evening session after the storm. The waves were medium sized, playful, and really fun for cruising. Not too heavy, not too crowded. Honestly, exactly the kind wave I love. But if you want something softer and beginner friendly, there is one surf spot that's worth checking. Another spot is Nang Thong Beach. I didn't surf there this trip, but it's really good option, especially when lower tide conditions start working. Compared to some other spots, Nang Thong usually feel more mellow and less crowded. So it can be really nice for beginner or longboarder looking for more relaxed wave. Honestly, someday in Thailand, fun mellow waves are better than stressful big wave. But there are another surf spot that were completely different. The third famous spot is Taxi surf spot. And this one is very different from the other two. Taxi is one reef break in Khao Lak. Usually it works better on higher tides and longer periods swell. The wave there can have more power and shape when conditions line up properly. I didn't surf there this trip, but honestly, if it's your first time, I recommend checking with local first before padding out, because it's a reef and rock under there. And honestly, this is where the trip started becoming confusing, because every surf spot was reacting differently to the changing conditions, and the weather was about to get even worse. At first, the swell looked really promising. Then the wind started getting stronger, the tide became too high, and suddenly the waves started closing out everywhere. Honestly, this was the moment that I thought this trip is over. A lot of people think bigger wave means better wave. But surfing doesn't work like that. Wind, tide, and sandbars change everything. And the craziest part was, the ocean still feel like it want to turn on. So instead of forcing bad wave, we decide to wait. Honestly, surfing teach patience more than people think. Sometimes surf trips are just waiting, checking condition, eating food, and hoping the ocean change. But then the weather become even worse. A storm suddenly came in. Heavy rain, strong wind, dark clouds everywhere. Honestly, at this point, we should gone home. But for some reason, nobody want to leave. So we wait a little longer. And then something strange start happening. The rain slowly become lighter. The tide dropped from mid to low tide. The wind relaxed. The entire ocean changed. Beautiful, clean lines start rolling in. Left, right, wave after wave. Not too big, not too small. Honestly, exactly the kind of wave I love most. I'm definitely not a giant wave surfer. The waves were mellow but still had enough power to make every ride exciting. And honestly, the funniest part is the best session happened when we weren't even filming properly. Of course, the magical session happened when we left the camera behind. Then suddenly, a double rainbow appeared, and the whole sky turned golden. It honestly feels unreal. Surfers know this feeling. Sometimes the session you almost skip become the one you remember forever. Fucking good! I got like longest wave ever. And this is in Khao Lak, in front of the South Surf. So this first day worth it. After the rain, it's just so good. I have like double rainbow and just a beautiful sunset. At first we didn't expect that, and then we just like, oh yeah, we just paddle for fun anyway. And then after that, it's getting better and better. Wow, thank God. And that when we realized there was no way we go back home. Originally, this was never supposed to be an overnight trip, but after that session, everything changed. So we start looking for hotel, and honestly, low season in Thailand has crazy good deals. We found a big beachfront hotel, 3 people, 1 night, only around 500 baht each. Honestly, that's cheaper than some hostel during high season. This is why I think surf season in Khao Lak is underrated. Yes, sometimes you get storm, but you also get cheaper hotel, less crowds, peaceful surf atmosphere, and really fun wave. There's something really special about sleeping near the ocean after surfing all day. You feel tired, salty, exhausted, but happy. But the next morning surprised us again. Rise and shine. This is the morning. And the wave looking fun out there now. It's low tide. The tide coming up. So I hope I get some good footage of my friends surfing. Look at how beautiful nature is. I love how big the tree in Khao Lak. And so smell good. The next morning, the swell dropped a bit, but honestly, it's still very fun. Sunsets were still playful and clean. Actually, slightly smaller clean wave is perfect for longboarding. You have more time to read the wave and move around the board. By the end of session, we were completely exhausted, but really happy we decided to stay. This trip reminded me that surfing is never really about the perfect condition. Sometimes you drive for hours, wade through storms, get disappointing wave first, and then suddenly the ocean gives you one magical session. And honestly, this is exactly why surfing becomes addictive. Because your brain starts chasing those little moments. That feeling after a good wave, that random sunset after a storm, that peaceful drive home. But if you plan to surf in Khao Lak during early season, definitely check the surf forecast first. Because if the storm is too strong, condition can become messy really fast. But if the forecast look manageable and not too extreme, Khao Lak can become super fun. Especially if you want mellow fun wave, beautiful nature, peaceful surf vibe, and cheaper places to stay compared to Phuket. So enjoy! So subscribe if you enjoy the real surf story, surfing in Thailand, longboarding, a little adventure like this. and thank you the wave. The season is finally back สวัสดีค่ะ